It's nice being your own boss, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little terrifying at times. If I don't have any sales or something, like bills don't get paid, right? So there's definitely a motivation behind it to make sure that, things are moving the way they need to move.
Yeah.
But thankfully it's been doing all right.
Yeah. You're smashing it at the moment.
Thank you. Yeah, a lot of this is just I don't even know what to say. Like it just took off and it wasn't like I hit a switch or anything. So it's been pretty incredible to be a part of.
In a previous conversation we've had, Dave, you mentioned that it was particularly tough through COVID, and
Yeah.
you were walking a tightrope, as a lot of businesses were, even massively established businesses. Can you just give us a little insight into how that was for you?
Yeah, that was an interesting period. And it's one of many, honestly, over the last 7 years where I think you could have used it as an excuse to quit. That's just something that I've thought about at times. I just never did. And during COVID, it was really tough in the aspect of it felt like if you were doing e-com, you were killing it during COVID because everybody was at home, right? But for whatever reason, I just couldn't find much traction. Maybe it was just too much going on. I was getting drowned out because I was so small. TikTok wasn't a thing yet. Instagram was very hard to monetize. You had a professional photography. Well, you had to find professional photographers, and that cost a lot of money to do that. And it's impossible to keep up the velocity required to keep people's attention. So yeah, it was a real struggle year for me. A lot of it was, working with different people that wanted to come on as affiliates to try to help me out. Partnering, I had some good relationships with some former NBA players that were part of it as well. So we were able to get them to promote the watches a little bit. And, I just
That's cool.
wasn't finding traction. Though I don't think that the product was there yet. And I think that that was part of the issue.
I mean, you mentioned earlier on that you were too stubborn to quit, and I've thought about the conversation we've had about period in time where COVID was around, and I've learnt about you. You are a very resilient person.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just part of where I grew up, honestly. I've been very blessed to have had the career I've had. I went from working on my car in the driveway to being an executive in corporate. Like that's a lot of fun. And I'm grateful for that. Along the way, you still have setbacks. You still have things that don't work out. You still have opportunities to quit. You still have things that make you feel like you're going to lose and you're not going to be able to achieve what you want to do. And that's just life. It really is just life. And there's a not to get Stallone on you guys, but he does have that really great quote of, it's about how hard you can get
Wow.
hit to keep moving, right? And that really is
One of my
just,
favorite quotes. Yeah.
yeah, and that's just life in a nutshell. Like it's going to try
Yeah.
to beat you down. If you're able to just recognize it for what it is and understand it's just the next leg in your journey, as bad as it is, don't get me wrong, then I think you kind of have that foundation that helps carry you through those moments. And then also having the support of family and friends. I mean, that's massive. Having just a belief that it's all going to work out because there's no other way for it to happen. It's going to work out. It's just, I mean, it doesn't.